Hi, everybody, and welcome to yoga. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Joanne. I'm glad to have you all here. So let's get started in a comfortable seat. So you're going to find your sitting bones. So if you need to elevate your hips so you can get nice and tall in the spine, please do that. I'm fairly flexible, so I don't really need it, but you could use a book if you don't have a block. Anything that you can sit up on to lift up tall. So you can relax the shoulders, keep the chest nice and open. A little bit of lift through the core. And again, grounding those sitting bones so you can connect to the ground and the earth. So finding that nice, sturdy base from which we grow up and tall out of. Good, and then we're gonna retract the chin just slightly back so that the head is directly above the spine. So if you don't want to be forward, a lot of times we'll sit like this. So we want to be nice and tall and elevated. So it's almost a little lift at the back of the head toward the back of the room. So you can lengthen this the whole way up. Once you find that comfortable seat, you can rest the hands palms down for more grounding or palms up for more receptivity. You can also do one of each, whatever feels best for you today. And then we'll go ahead and close the eyes so we can center and ground ourselves. So letting the eyes gently close, check in and maybe part your lips so that the jaw is nice and relaxed. And maybe you want to take this opportunity at the beginning to set an intention or a dedication for your practice. And repeat that 3 times to yourself. Once you've got that anchored into your subconscious, gently shift your awareness to your breathing. Noticing how the breath is moving through the body. Noticing the length of the breath, the quality of the breath. Just begin to drop into the body and out of the thinking mind. So a nice way to do that is connecting to the breath. So maybe begin to slowly and comfortably deepen the breath as it moves in and out of your nose. So we take the breath in through the nose to cleanse, filter, and warm the breath. And as you exhale through the nose, if the mouth stays closed, it's going to help really infuse the tissues with the breath and warm the body. Moving the blood through the body. So slowly deepen the breath, trying to grow the breath a little bit longer on the inhale and the exhale. As we slow down and center. So we just had a new moon pass, and so now the energy is beginning to build again, and we're also building toward the summer solstice, so the energy is really picking up. So it's nice to sort of counter that by slowing down a little bit when we have the opportunity. I'm sure most of you are very busy otherwise, so it's nice to take this practice to sort of balance ourselves out from whatever's going on in our external environment. Let's take a few more deep, slow breaths together. Notice how that's changing the quality of your mind and the body. Filling up on the inhale, letting go on the exhale. Let's gently let the eyes flutter open. We're going to keep our gaze nice and soft down in front of you. Check that your posture is still nice and open, shoulders down the back. Lifting a little bit through the core, breathe in. And as you exhale, simply bow the chin forward to the chest, stretch the back of your neck. Let the head be heavy, keep the shoulders open. Take a moment to honor yourself for practicing today and finding a little bit of gratitude for being here. And then we'll slowly just gently rock the ear to the shoulder. Inhale as you open and exhale as you come forward and down. So we're just going to let our breath kind of guide our movement. So it should be slow and steady. Inhale as you open, exhale forward. And just gently side to side. So each time maybe you go a little bit further if you feel comfortable. Of course, never do anything that's uncomfortable or painful. The number one rule of yoga is to not work in pain. Good. So a couple more breaths side to side. So easy to get ahead of yourself. I'm feeling myself moving faster. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Enjoy the process. Take one more breath. Good. We'll take our head upright nice and slowly. Draw the arms by the side. We're going to shrug the shoulders. So create a little tension, squeeze up and down the back. Good. Again, inhale, squeeze, tense, and all the way back, big circle. One more time. Inhale, squeeze up and back. Good. So from your nice tall seat, we're going to inhale and sweep one arm up. Reach all the way up. I want you to keep your shoulder relaxed so it's not hunched up by the ear. Keep it grounded. Walk the other hand to the side and just fold. So nice and easy here. Keep the chest open. And then when you're ready on your next breath, inhale, stretch up through the arm and the side body and float the arm back down. So a little bit of intention as you move the arm. Inhale through the other side. Again, soften, relax the shoulder, walk over and fold. Keep your hips grounded. Take a deep breath here into your side body. Good. Use the top arm and the side body to inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly lower. Good. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Deep breath in. And exhale, lower. So again, a little intention, keep the shoulders relaxed. Let's inhale, sweep it up. And then connect the palms at the top. Flip the hands up, pull the fingers back. So I want you to think about pressing the index side of your palm up and pull the pinkies back without arching your back. So it's easy to arch in the back when you do that. So keep your core contained, keep your ribs together so they're not arching like this, but you're like this. So ground the shoulders, breathe in. So you're using your core muscles here as well. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, you're going to flip the palms to face you and pull apart. So we're rounding the upper back, pull the hands toward the screen, drop the chin to the chest. Pull apart as much as you can. Inhale, stretch up. Again, don't arch in the back. Just pull the pinkies back a little bit gently. And then exhale, round. So we're really trying to target the upper back here and the shoulders. Let's do that again. Inhale, stretch. Pay attention to those ribs. And exhale, round. Good. Inhale, up. Contain the ribs, soft shoulders. Neck is loose. Break the fingers apart and slowly lower down. Shrug your shoulders here once. Up and back. Good. And then we're going to inhale. Let's sweep up again. And exhale. Float the arms down. And then we're going to clasp the hands behind the back. You're going to pull the hands down and away and lift the sternum. So from here, see if you can lift. I'm going to turn so you can see me. See if you can, without, again, arching in the back, lift the hands away. So you're really stretching in the chest and the ribs here. So pulling up gently. If anything hurts, don't do it. Make sure the neck is loose. Breathe here. Into your shoulders. Take another breath here. Keep those ribs contained. Try not to arch the back. Just lift the hands back. And you might not get this far. That's fine. Wherever's comfortable. Good. Let's release that down. Shrug the shoulders here one more time. Squeeze up and back. And to face you. And let's switch the cross of the legs. So we're going to do one more thing here seated. So check that you lift the flesh. Good. And then we're going to take a little flow. Inhale, take one arm up. Walk over. Now you're going to bow your chest forward and sweep across. So think about bending the elbow slightly, lead with the elbow and pull out. And then reach up. So a little more full body here for the sides, hips, shoulders. Reach across. And then I want you to think about this as a moving meditation. So the breath will guide us. We'll exhale forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift. So let yourself take it slow with the breath. Exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale. Good. Let's lift back up and lower down. Good. Nice. We'll shrug the shoulders and open the chest. Let's walk our hands forward briefly, just stretching through the hips. So walk out and then bow the forehead down. You could use a prop here or block if it's hard to bow forward. Keep your hips back. Good. And then let's walk it. So whichever leg is crossed in front, we're going to walk over toward that side. Just stretch the hip a little bit more and fold. So following your front foot side. Deep breath in and out. Come through center, inhale. Walk your hands back. We'll briefly switch the cross one more time so we can get the other side. And we'll walk forward. Bow here. Using a prop if you need, and then walk toward that top front foot side. and relax. Deep breath into your hip here. Slowly make your way to center. Inhale, come back up. Excellent. Let's come into tabletop on all fours, hands and knees. Brighten your fingers on the mat. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. You're welcome to always use fists if you have any wrist issues. So don't be shy about using the props, and then press the mat away from you. So make sure your fingers are nice and bright and the full surface of your hand is firmly rooted, so you're not dumping weight into your wrists. So you want to avoid that. So use your fingers and your feet, and then pull the navel up toward the spine a little bit. Neck is long. We'll take some cat-cows from here. So we're going to inhale as we drop the belly, send the tail and crown far apart from one another, lengthen, pulling the chest through the shoulders. And then as you exhale, you're going to round the spine. Press up. Good. Inhale as you open. And exhale as you round. And again, let your breath guide you. See if you can slow down to the pace of your breath. I know it's tempting to move fast. Let's see if you can keep it slow. And notice as you move through the transition, so we're not just getting somewhere, we're feeling the movement as we go. Good. And let's come back to our neutral spine. Setting yourself up, all fours, activate. And then we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to inhale as you sweep one arm open toward the sky, stretch up, stretch the chest. Exhale, come all the way down. Thread the needle, come down to your cheek here and just release. So two options here. You can move with the breath, inhale up. So moving slowly, exhale, release. Or if you want to stay here in the stretch, maybe you've got more tightness in your neck or shoulder and you just want to sink into this with the breath, you can. So whatever works for you today. And listen to your body. Take another couple breaths. One more breath. Good. Let's come back to all fours. And switch sides. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, release. All the way down. Don't forget to come all the way to the floor. Inhale, open. And each time, maybe you find a little more space. Listen to your body. Don't ever force anything. Breaths in and out. Good. One more breath up. And down. Unwind yourself. We'll come back to our tabletop. From all fours, we're gonna rotate the hip a little bit. So we're gonna tuck the toes of one leg under and back. And then we're gonna lift the leg. I want you to keep your hips even. So try not to turn the foot out or torque the hips. So see if you can keep the core active, keep the hips even toward the floor. And then we'll bend the knee, pull that knee in, hug it in. Good, and then we're gonna draw the knee in toward the chest. And then you're gonna open the leg to the side like a dog on a fire hydrant and in a big circle. So the trick to this is to isolate your hip joint. So we're not moving our back around. We're trying to keep our hip still as we move the leg inside the hip socket. Good, so inhale, open, exhale around. The other thing you don't want to do in this pose is sag in the back and arch the back. So you got to really keep your core tight so that you're not dropping in the back. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. Take one more that direction, kind of activating our glute medius muscle. Squeeze the knee in, and then we'll reverse those circles. So kick up, open out, and pull back in. And really focus on the back here. Make sure you're not feeling any tension in your back, so your core is tight. And maybe you can't go as far, and that's okay. So just do what's comfortable for your body. And these are hard, so you might feel a little burning, and that's pretty typical. Good, so as long as it's not painful, just trying to lubricate that hip joint, okay? And then bring the knee down. So feel free to shake out if you need a little break. Coming back to your tabletop when you're ready. And then we'll tuck the other leg out. So activate again, use your core, lift the leg, keep the hips even. We'll bend at the knee, pull it in. Good, and then we'll do this side. So inhale, keep breathing as you move. Inhale, and then open the leg to the side. There's that glute medius muscle, and around. Keep the core tight as you move. Keep the breath moving deep. And maybe you notice one side's weaker than the other. That's pretty typical as well. One more time this direction. And then we'll reverse. Squeeze in, kick up, keep the core tight. Don't dump into the back and pull around. Try to keep the hips even. And I say all this for myself too. I have to remind myself many times. It's easy to get sloppy with these. See if you can be nice and steady in the torso as you move the leg. Thinking about just trying to lube up that hip joint. One more time. Oh yeah. Good, and then come back down. Let's take our knees wide, sit back for a moment. You can use something behind your knees if you want. We're gonna relax the arms, relax the head forward. Go ahead and lift the arms and just rotate your wrists. Taking a lot of weight into the hands when we do those too. So give your wrists a little rest. Making circles in both directions. Deep breathe. Good. Walk your hands out. Inhale back to all fours. And then we're going to slowly tuck the toes. Maybe take your hips back behind your knees back behind your hips, just an inch or so, and then peel yourself up to downward dog. So no rush to straighten the legs. We're just going to peel up and pedal the feet. So walk your dog out, take your time. Starting to wake up our hamstrings a little bit, and then we're going to slowly walk yourself halfway up the mat. So come to the middle of your mat and then walk your hands back. Come to standing forward fold. We'll bend the knees here as much as you need and draw the forehead to the shin. Let's shake the head out a little bit, yes and no. And just notice how bent your knees are with your hands next to your feet. You can be very bent. Then we're going to hang our arms forward, let the upper body relax, shake it out a little bit, be passive. Let it go, and then find your footing and tuck your tailbone and slowly roll yourself up to a standing position. Take your time as you unfurl yourself all the way up. And I will meet you at the center of the mat. So you want your feet about a hip width apart and tuck your tailbone. Engage your core here. So lift and fan the toes. And heavy suitcases in the hands, mountain pose. So let's inhale. We're going to reach the arms back behind us as we lift up. Deep breath in. Again, keep the torso, when you lift back, you don't want to arch your back. So nice and contained here. Inhale up. Good. And then exhale, lower the arms by the side. Again, we're going to inhale, stretch the arms back behind you, lift up. And then this time, we're going to, I feel like I'm a little bit cut off. We're going to catch a wrist and reach up and over. If you guys get the idea, you don't really need to see my head, right? Reach up and over. Good. Inhale through center. And exhale, reach up and over. So you want to extend through the fingertips as well, if you can't see mine. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the arms by the side. Shrug your shoulders as you open your chest. And then we're going to take our feet nice and wide. So in a 5-pointed star, so your feet are now facing forward. Take the arms out to the side. Drop your shoulders, palms face down, nice and long here. Breathe in. And then you're going to turn one foot toward the front of the mat. So whichever side you want to start on, you might mirror me. So you'll probably do the opposite of me. I will try not to use left, right. So you can just make sure you get both sides in. So soften and lengthen here. We're nice and stacked, nice and even in the footing. Good. So we're going to breathe in. And as we exhale, we're going to reach toward the front foot side. So keep your body in this plane, nice and flat, reach, and then just tip the torso for triangle pose. So front arm to the front leg and open up through the chest. So attention in the back foot, even weight on the feet, nice slow deep breaths, and we're stacking. So we're not rounding here, and our hips aren't out, we're nice and open. Lengthen through both sides of the torso. Breathe in. As you exhale, take that top arm behind you in a big circle. We're going to now turn our torso toward the front foot. You can angle your back foot up or even step it up a little closer and reach the hands behind you. Clasp the hands and pull them back. Open the chest. Even weight in your feet. You can take your feet a little wider apart for balance if you want. Soften both knees. And pull the front hip back as you lengthen forward. So big stretch for the hamstring now. Exhale, you can soften and round forward if that's comfortable. You don't have to. You might even take the arms up overhead. That's also optional. Make sure you're not locking the knee joint. This is my sort of tender hip, so I'm going to back out a little bit, but you can go wherever you want. And I'm pulling this hip to the back as I lengthen forward. Deep breath in and out. Breathe in. I'm going to soften and bend that front knee, releasing my hands to the floor. Framing the foot, I'm going to slide my back foot back and drop the knee. Uncurl your back toes. And then find that scissor action toward the midline for the legs. We're pulling the feet toward the middle as we lift up. Again, pelvis is neutral, adding the arms. Crescent lunge. Lifting the heart, drop through the shoulders, relax the arms. Maybe you gaze up, maybe not. Deep breath in and out. So this back leg is your variable depending on how tight you are here. This is stacked. Bones are stacked in the front. Breathe in. Exhale, we'll float the hands down to frame the foot. From here, you're going to tuck your back toes under and lift the knee. And then walk both hands to the front. So we're going to come back to our wide-legged stance here. So turn the feet in. And then aim the feet to the corners of your mat. So your hands are under your shoulders and lengthen your chest. Good. And then we're going to bend that front knee that we were just on that first side and walk our hands over. So make sure your feet are flat and this doesn't hurt your knee. Our extended leg is long and flat, crab walk. So we're coming to the bent knee side, stretching the opposite thigh, inner thigh. Breathe in. Good. Inhale as you come through center. Again, we'll take this as a moving meditation. Exhale to the other leg as you bend it and stretch the opposite inner thigh. So I want you to move at the pace of your breath. Inhale comes to center. Exhale to the first side. Inhale through center. Nice and fluid in your movement. Exhale. Feet are glued to protect the knees. And soft. Inhale. Exhale. I think this is my favorite yoga move. Inhale and exhale. I don't know if it's because I'm from Maryland to honor the crab. Perhaps. Maybe not. Inhale and exhale. Let's come back to center. Inhale through center. So now I'm going to turn my feet in so they're parallel. And we're going to take a nice easy twist here. So my feet are now kind of toes pointing in a little bit. My arms are under my shoulders. You could use blocks here if you need, if this is difficult to keep the spine long, or you could take a wider stance if your spine is rounding. So you want to lengthen the spine. Place one hand in front of your face. Inhale as you pull the other arm up like a bow and arrow and twist. Long on the spine as we twist. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring the arm down, replace it in front of your face. Pull the other arm up as you twist on a long spine. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, release the hand down. Take your hands again under both shoulders and lengthen. Good. Breathe. And then we're going to turn the back foot to the other side of the mat. So walk your hands over, frame the foot, turn the back heel up and drop your back knee. Uncurl your toes, same thing other side. Scissor action the legs, stacked bones in the front foot, back legs your variable. Inhale, lift. Soft shoulders, slow deep breath. Nice balance here for the feet, pulling toward the midline. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, float the hands down, frame the foot. We're going to tuck the back toes under and lift the knee. And then you're just going to step that back foot up, plant it on an angle a little bit. Front knee can be bent here. Swim the arms behind you as you power up through the front leg. Try to switch the clasp of the hands and then straighten through the leg as you pull the arms back, lengthen the chest. So again, we're coming into that pyramid pose here, and we want a comfortable stance so you're balanced. We want to soften, not lock the front leg, but the leg is pretty straight. We're really working that front hamstring. Pull that back hip, that front sitting bone toward the back as you reach your heart forward. Breathe. Find a comfortable pace of the breath. Maybe you round forward, maybe you bring the arms overhead, optional. So listen to your body. One more breath. We're going to release the hand, soften that knee a bit in the front, reach the arms forward, and then take that front arm in front and all the way up. We're coming into triangle next. So finding your way to triangle pose. I know we came into it a little different. If you want to come up, you can start here, lengthen and reach if that feels better. Or you can kind of back out of it from the last pose. So hips are stacked and even, long in the torso, lift the posture, open the chest. Find your breath. Try not to lean on this leg either, so we're lifting. Nice. And then again, we're going to take this top arm, swim it behind you in a big circle, and then lift it up again and come up. So now we're coming back up to stand. Turn that back foot in now. Awesome. Let's heel toe the feet to the center. Good, and relax the arms. Come back to mountain pose. So let's do a brief reverse moon salutation. So starting again in a mountain pose, we'll do a little bit different this time. We're going to start in a chair pose. So we're going to sink into our legs, just a little bit of heat. So we want to keep our torso tall as we sit in chair pose. Try to keep the hips over the heels. If that's difficult, you can shift forward. I don't want you to arch your back. That's a common mistake in this pose, I think. You want to keep your tailbone tucked and your core tight, active here. So we're not dumping into our back. Hopefully that makes sense. So wherever you are, add the arms, sink into your chair. Don't dump into your back. Lift the shoulders back, breathe. We'll take a small pulse. Inhale, stretch up with the legs. Exhale, sink back down. Keep the tailbone tucked. Shouldn't feel this in the back. Inhale up. Exhale, sink. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, sink. Good. Let's inhale, take it up. Lower the arms by the side. Shrug your shoulders as you open your chest. And take your feet out again, nice and wide. Take that back foot. Now we'll start on the other side. Turn it to the back of the mat. Turn this back foot in just a little bit. Hips face the long edge of the mat. Add the arms as you're ready. Soften your shoulders, lengthen. Gaze to the front hand now, the back hand, whichever that side that you're pointed toward. Breathe in. Kick your hips to the back of the mat and reach, reach, reach. And then drop the hand to the leg when you're ready. Top arm stretches up tall. So triangle again. And we're going to take a little revolved triangle. This will be a bit of a challenge, so try not to stress about it. So we're going to take the top arm behind you, reach it back in a big circle, and then we're going to aim our torso to the front. Stretch both arms out, lengthen. And then as you exhale, take the opposite arm to your extended leg and place it anywhere on the leg that's comfortable, and then peel your other arm open to the back of the room. Revolve triangle. So this is a bit of an advanced pose, so don't stress it if it doesn't work. You might be way up here, that's fine. So anywhere is great, just opening up. Challenging the balance a little bit. Good. Take that top arm back behind you and bend the front knee a little bit. We're going to lower the hands to the floor and slide our back foot back. Again, we're going to drop the back knee, uncurl the toes. And then we'll come up again, crescent lunge. Scissor those legs to midline, lift. Exhale, take your hands to your heart in prayer pose. Thumbs to sternum. Nice, easy twist here. Turn toward the front knee side. Sorry for my back. And then maybe open the arms out. If you want to take it deeper, maybe you bind the elbow behind the knee and press the thumbs to the sternum. Wherever you are. It's awesome. Shoulders above hips if you're lifted. Inhale, come out of your twist and stretch up one more time. Exhale, float the hands down, frame the foot. Tuck your back toes under, and then lift the knee. Good, we're gonna walk our hands to the center again, pivot your back foot down, turn both feet in. So we're back to our wide-legged forward bend. Enjoy a nice breath here, neck is long. We're gonna firmly root our feet as we take one hand to the back at a time, and then slowly hinge ourselves up. Awesome. Aim the toes to the corners of the mat again. Sinking into your legs, goddess pose. So drop the hips. So this is a big energy pose as well. So take your time. And again, try not to dump and round into the back. Don't stick your tailbone out. Keep it tucked under. And keep your shoulders above your hips as best you can. If you need to shift forward, you can. Again, just don't dump into the back. Adding the arms as you're ready, goddess arms, cactus arms. Keep the knees open. building a little heat. Feet are glued to the floor, toes relaxed. So try to keep the feet soft but rooted. Breathe in. Good, let's take a little flow. Exhale, forearm to thigh reach. Inhale through center. Exhale, reach. So stretching, keep those knees opening out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. See if you can use the core strength to lift you and move your body. Reach. Feel that stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch. Good. Inhale through center. Drop the hips, open the knees. One more breath here. Good. Lower the hands and straighten the legs. Woo, shake it out a little bit. Nice work. Turning the other foot out now. Turn the back foot in. So here we are again. So now check heel to arch or heel to heel alignment. You can have your feet a little bit wider. Lift up tall, send the arms out. Drop the shoulders. Gaze to the front foot side now. Kick the hips to the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale as you reach, reach, reach. Lower the arm, triangle pose, lift up. Good, inhale. We'll revolve our triangle, take that top arm all the way in the circle behind you. We're gonna reach both arms out in front. Lengthen your torso and adjust your stance if you need. I need to pull up a little bit. Lift and lengthen, exhale, opposite arm reaches toward the front leg and peel the other arm up. Revolved triangle. Back foot should stay glued to the floor. Breathe. Oh, this is a big one. Good, let's take that arm down, soften the knee, frame the foot with the hand, slide the back foot behind you, drop the knee. Uncurl the toes. Scissor your legs, inhale, lift, crescent lunge. Check your alignment. Soften your shoulders. Exhale, we'll take the hands to the heart in prayer pose. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you twist toward the front knee side, opening the arms, nice and tall here, or binding the elbow outside of the knee. Good, inhale, come back to center, release, lift up. Exhale, float the hands down, frame the foot. Tuck your back toes under, lift the knee. Take your hips up and step back. We're coming into downward dog. Make sure we did all those. I think we did everything there, yeah. Walk your hands to the middle of the mat. Walk your feet up. Come back to your forward fold. See where you are. Maybe a little more open, forehead tucked. Inhale, slowly round up. Open the chest and shoulders. Back to your mountain pose. I'll face you guys. Let's round out our moon salutation. Inhale, lift. Catch a wrist, reach up and over. Good, inhale through center. Exhale, reach up and over, other side. Good, inhale, lift. Lower the arms by the side. Shrug your shoulders, open your chest. Back to your mountain pose. Now we'll take a balance. So let's try the dancer. Let's stick with the, I shouldn't say feminine energy. Women and men dance, but I think we think of dancing as more feminine energy. So starting in your mountain pose, I'll turn to the side so you can see. I'm going to turn my hand out so the thumb is back and behind me. I'm going to cup my hand. I'm taking my weight into the opposite leg. And I'm straightening the leg without locking the knee. So nice little micro bend. I'm fixing my gaze. And when I'm steady, I'm going to just swing the other foot into the hand. I'm catching the foot. If you need a strap here, you can use a strap around the ankle, or a towel is fine. You could also use the wall if you need. I'm going to send the opposite arm up for counterbalance and ground my shoulder. And I'm going to tuck my tailbone here to stretch my quad. And I'm not pulling my leg. I'm going to kick into it. So breathe in. As you're ready, you're going to hinge over your standing leg and kick the bent leg into the foot. That's going to open your shoulder and protect the back. Reach in your dancer, breathe. If you fall out, don't worry about it. No big deal. Just try again. And every day is different with balance as I fall out. Teachers aren't always the best practitioners. Breathe. Good, and then we'll slowly make our way down gracefully out of the pose, release. Shake it out and forget about it. We'll try the other side. So I'll turn again so you can see. But really we want to avoid like pulling the foot. We want to kind of kick out to open this shoulder. So I'm going to turn that thumb back, shift my weight, fix my gaze. As I'm steady, take a moment. Swing the foot into the hand as I reach the opposite arm up, soften my shoulder. Breathe in. Exhale as I hinge and I kick into my hand. Coming into the dancer. Breathe. Maybe one more breath. Good, and we'll slowly release out. Awesome. Nice work. Excellent. Shrug your shoulders, open the chest. And take my feet out a little bit wide. We're going to come into a squat to come to the floor. If you'd like, you can use a rounded blanket or towel under your heels if it's difficult to squat. So just kind of like we did in the goddess, we're going to kind of squat, try to keep your torso tall and slowly lower yourself toward the floor. So my feet are out, dropping my hips. I'm going to take my elbows inside of my thighs, my thumbs to my sternum, and I'm going to lengthen my heart up as I drop my hips. Again, if this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can skip it. Or use props under your heels. Unstable. Good. And then slowly take your hands behind you to lower yourself to the floor. Sitting on the mat, stretch your legs out. Good, and then we're gonna take our legs out a little bit wide. So I want you to feel the flesh on your sitting bones, and I want you to draw the toes up toward the face. Good. And then we're gonna inhale, lift one arm up, soften your shoulder, and as you exhale, you're just gonna slide down the inside of your extended leg over to the side. So keep your torso lifted, stretching the big back muscle here. Just be here for another breath or so. Keeping both hips grounded, both feet active. Good, inhale, lift up, rise up, and lower that arm. That leg you just extended, we're gonna bend in. Bring the foot into the other extended leg. Aim the torso over your extended leg. Inhale, both arms stretch up. And exhale, bow. Forehead to knee pose. So you don't have to reach the foot. Anywhere is fine. Relax the forehead. Good. We're going to slowly inhale as you come up. Take the opposite arm to your extended leg behind you under your shoulder. Stretch the same arm as the leg that's extended out. Inhale. And then exhale as you lift up onto your bent knee and plant your bottom extended foot. Reach up and over, full side stretch here. Should feel really nice. Breathe. Good. Exhale slowly back down. Good. We're going to extend the legs out again. Open them wide. Flexing the feet. And then inhale, take the other arm up. Lift. Second side. Hand inside of the thigh. Exhale, fold. You may not go far. It's okay. You should feel it in the back here. And try not to round forward. That takes it out of the stretch we want. So we're open through the side. Keep the neck supported. So try not to drop the head either. One more breath. Good. You're going to inhale, lift back up, lower the arm, bend that leg, knee into the chest. Oh, sorry, same other side. Make sure you're switching sides so that opposite to the side we just stretched towards. So foot comes inside of the thigh. We're going to aim the torso over our extended leg. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, slowly round. Again, you don't have to reach anywhere, just soften, stretching our hamstring and the inner thigh. Take another breath here. Slowly inhale as you walk yourself up. Again, we're going to take the opposite arm behind our shoulder. Same arm as the extended leg lifts open. Stretch out the chest. Breathe in. Exhale. Plant the knee and the foot down. Reach up and over. Take a deep breath here. Good. And slowly come back down. Awesome. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Let's bend the knees, lean back a little bit. We're just going to windshield wiper our legs side to side. Nice and slow. And our hour is almost up, but we'll have just a couple more minutes to relax. So hopefully you can stick with me. So we're going to extend the legs. And you're going to glue the heels to the floor to use your core to lower yourself all the way to the mat. So hands on the thighs, slowly unfurl yourself, tuck your chin all the way to the floor. Good, and once you get to the bottom of the mat, you're going to bend the knees to place your feet on the floor. We'll do one final stretch for the hips. So we're going to take figure 4 on the back, cross the ankle over the thigh, and then reach the hand of the top leg through the hole, connect behind the thigh. Flex the top foot, draw that toward your chest, and then just begin to sort of push and pull on the legs. Keep the tailbone down, and make sure your head is relaxed on the floor as well, your shoulders are down. So if it's too much of a stretch to reach through here, you can use a towel or a strap behind the thigh here as well. And just shimmy around, breathing into that top hip. One more deep breath. Good, you slowly let go of the leg, release it to the floor, uncross. Briefly windshield wiper your legs here. Once, come back up, and cross the other ankle on top. Same arm as the top leg reaches through. Connect to your towel or behind your leg. Pull that in toward your chest, flex the top foot, and maybe shimmy a little side to side. You can use the elbow to press the thigh away. Draw the leg in and push it out. Breathe as you move. Good, and then slowly release, unwind the legs. Maybe one more time, windshield wiper your knees. And then we'll slowly come down to the back. So if you have any tension in the back, you can keep the knees bent, feet on the floor. Let the knees fall to the center. If there's any last posture you want to take before you round out your practice and relax, you can do that now too. Yogi's choice. Otherwise, you can also extend the legs if the back feels good. Let the feet flop out to the sides. Tuck your shoulders under your chest to open the heart. Let the palms face up and allow the fingers to curl as they relax. Gently rock your head side to side. Make sure the neck is long on the mat. If your chin is lifting like this, place something under your head so you can have this nice long back of the neck. So the chin isn't crunching, lifting the back of the neck. Connect to your breath as it moves in and out of the body. And relax your entire body completely. Eyelids are closed and heavy. Your jaw is slightly parted and relaxed. And you're letting everything sink into the mat. Relax. 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 And if the mind wanders, slowly bring it back to the breath. And if you have a little more time today, I encourage you to stay in this position a little bit longer. Helps to sort of assimilate all the work you did in practice, so it's nice to give yourself a little more time, if you have it, in your final resting pose. And slowly just begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Gently rock your head a little side to side. Bending your knees to place the feet on the floor. We'll make our way to the right side of our body to a fetal pose for just a moment. Taking time to notice any changes in body and mind. Recall any intention you may have set for your practice. And as you're ready, you'll slowly use your left hand to push your heavy body back to a comfortable seat. We'll meet in easy pose. Time flies with moon salutations. So we'll sit up nice and tall. And inhale as you sweep the arms up, gather some energy, breathe in deep. Connect the hands at the top. Lower them down to your heart and bow to yourself with gratitude for practicing today. We'll bow to each other. Namaste.